Well, Kamala Harris just got busted on hot mic during a briefing over Hurricane Milton. And you guys are going to be floored by what happened. Not only that, but new information is coming out regarding Harris, and the Democrats are truly concerned about their internal polling. I've got some stuff to share with you, but for starters, I want to go in to what's going on with Hurricane Milton and kind of give an update on that. But as you can see here on Zero Hedge, Hurricane Milton swamps Florida, leaves 3 million people without power. Now we know that Hurricane Milton moved off of Florida's east coast early this AM. It has now been downgraded to a Category 1 storm, but 3 million people there are without power. Not only that, but this is on NBC New York. Hurricane Milton, at least 4 are dead. Millions without power as storm leaves a trail of destruction. So unfortunately, people have died. And as you can see, here are some articles kind of showing the destruction in the area. I'm going to turn the volume off on that, but you can see the damage it has done to some of the buildings. Here's some more here as well. This is the stadium there. As you can see, Tropicana Field. Obviously some damage, but the flag is still waving. And then we have damage here to the roads. This is Venice Bay there in Florida, and you can see the water pretty thick up there. Very unfortunate. And then all the streams, the flooding that has taken place as well. And then here's just, for those who do know, by the way, Lieutenant Dan is still alive there. For those of you who don't know who he is, I don't really know much about him, by the way, but basically he survived the night. He refused to leave Florida. He says, I'm going to stay here in my boat and ride out this hurricane. Well, the good news is the man is still alive. Lieutenant Dan. The name there is obviously interesting. But anyway, I wanted to encourage you guys to please pray for all of the people impacted by all the hurricanes we've seen over this past week, for Hurricane Helene victims, Hurricane Milton victims as well. And just keep praying for them. And my heart and prayers go out to anyone who has been impacted by that. Now, before I get into what actually went down with Kamala Harris, I got to give a big shout out to my sponsor at news.noblegoldinvestments.com. Look, if you guys don't have a 401k or something backed by gold, silver, or precious metals, now is absolutely the time to get there and check it out. We've got some massive instability. And look, today is the day that you should diversify your profile because the economy is not stable. And in order to do that, all you have to do is fill out this information, and they're going to send you this free gold and silver investment guide, kind of showing you how to invest. Or you can call them at the number on the screen, 1-877-646-5347. Let them know I sent you, Lisa Haven. And right now they are giving away up to 10 of these 1-ounce Trump coins, up to 10 of them, or even a 10-ounce silver American flag with any approved plan. So make sure you bring that up. But check them out. There's always a risk of investing. There's never a guarantee. If you want more information, click that more button or click in the description box below. But do not delay. Make sure you do something about investing in your investments in this critical time. All right. So let's get in to what we came here for, and that is Kamala Harris busted on hot mic. Take a look at this. This is the actual briefing that they're doing. You can see Alejandro Mayorkas, who is a part of that, and Ken Graham is the one actually talking. He's the director of National Weather Service. But I want you to pay attention to what Kamala does with her hands and then what comes out of her mouth. Take a listen.
Flood. We really got to watch those areas and those communities. So it takes quite a while for that water to drain.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Ken, I have a question for you. You mentioned...
Okay, then she goes forward with a question. So I'm going to play it one more time, and I want you to hear what she says. She says live broadcast. Live broadcast. Take a listen.
Flood. We really got to watch those areas and those communities. So it takes quite a while for that water to drain.
Busted.
Thank you very much.
I have a question.
Hey, Ken, I have a question for you.
And she goes on to proceed with a question, right? But she's literally there saying, covering her mouth, saying live broadcast. She thinks her mic, I guess she forgets to mute her mic. Not that hard, right? We do this in and out every single day. But In other words, I'm going to go back to that kind of picture. Nobody else there seems to be getting information in the ear from someone, but she sure the hell is. It's like somebody's feeding her the information, and that's my opinion on it, but it's not just mine. It's also Trump's. Take a look at this article on Daily Mail. Kamala Harris accused of being fed questions in bizarre Hurricane Milton briefing. Donald Trump's campaign and critics on X are accusing the VP of being fed what to say during the briefing on Wednesday. Now, here is what Trump actually stated, and it says Kamala can be heard telling an aide who is feeding her questions that it's a live broadcast before immediately asking the question. She's a total fraud. Trump War Room wrote on its X page with a clip of the moment. So I too believe that she is being fed the questions. Why else would you cover that up and say live broadcast? She's obviously getting fed something from someone. Again, I don't see anybody else in that room being fed any of the questions, right? So very interesting there. Not only that, but I want to show you guys a clip, right, of Mark Halperin. And he is on this, call with a bunch of people. And he makes a very bold statement about Kamala Harris and the election. I want you to take a listen to what he says.
What's happening now with Kamala Harris is this is an experiment. Can you win a short campaign with an untested candidate? And what I'm telling you is happening in private polling is she's got a problem now. Okay? It's not cheering for Trump. It's not predicting Trump will win. She's got a problem. Please bring up the New York Times poll. So a new New York Times poll shows her up 3 nationally. We all know that 3 is like the bubble point, right? If she's up 3, she's got a chance to win the Electoral College, but they'd rather be at 4, and they don't want to be at 2. So 3 is right at the bubble. I'm not saying this Times poll is right. It's in line with other national polls. Now, bring up 102. Wall Street Journal has a story about Democrats really worried about the 3 Rust Belt states. We all know from our contacts in both campaigns that Pennsylvania is tough for her right now. And without Pennsylvania, there are paths, but there aren't many. There's no path without Wisconsin. So you see here, Tammy Baldwin's Senate campaign poll shows Harris down 3 in Wisconsin. We all said yesterday, Wisconsin and Michigan are looking worse for Harris than before.
In other words, things are not looking good for Kamala Harris when it comes to her internal polling numbers. And that's according to Mark Halperin. He is a journalist, for those of you who may not know who he is. But bottom line, she seems to be having some issues, and the Democrats are really, really, really panicking over this. Now, does that mean that we're going to have a miraculous Trump win or a red wave? Absolutely not. In fact, I don't see that happening. I think that we are going to have to make sure that we get out and vote, and please vote early. Bank your vote and vote early. Just hear me out on that. I've been talking a lot on Restricted Republic about what I think is going on with everything. So make sure you subscribe to Restricted Republic and check us out there. And thank you guys who are already on Restricted. But anyway, I don't want to hear any talk of a red wave because this is not anywhere near that at this point. So please make sure you make your voices heard and you vote. Anyhow, with that, I love you guys so much. Please make sure you're still subscribed to the channel here on YouTube as well. Anyhow, I love you all. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.